it. Right. Hola, hola, everyone.
Hello.
Hope you're doing well. I'm just going to check to see if this is streaming. Yes.
We're on. Hooray!
We are on. There's been no tech glitches. I'm so excited about that.
I will speak too soon.
This is true. So hi, everyone. If you're jumping on live, let us know where you're watching from. If you're catching us on the replay, #replay, and let us know. Nothing like hearing your own voice back.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it. I sound so different in my head.
Oh, right. So logged in. Yep. Perfect. So Louise, thank you so much for coming into this group that we got. Super excited for you to share your journey and your experience, because when you were talking to me the other day about it, I was just like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to hearing your personal experience.
Yeah.
Thanks
for asking me.
So before we get started, do you just want to share a bit about you, like where you were, say, a year ago? I believe you've been drinking it for a year or so now.
Yeah. Okay. So I fell into this accidentally on purpose, let's say. It's probably the best way of describing it. So I'm a hairdresser. And in lockdown, obviously that's the first time I've never worked. I've never ever been out of work before. So in lockdown, I was very, very bored and obviously doing a lot of trolling around Instagram and things. And I'd come across Lauren Daly's page, and I knew she was something to do with water and very healthy water, but I kind of didn't really know what it was. So I was kind of just watching a page and looking at it, and every now and again she mentioned it, and I was already on a water journey. I'd already started distilling my water. I'll go into that side of it a bit later, but I was already distilling my water to try and find the best possible water that I could. But I'd also heard that distilling your water also took all the nutrients out of it as well. So I was on the hunt for something better, and I jumped in Lauren's inbox, because I'm very good at doing that, and just got on a call with her just to find out what it was she was doing, and joined the community. So I joined the community with not really the intention of signing up and doing a business, because I had my hairdressing business already, but I really wanted the water, I really wanted the machine. So I started to do the online training, because I kind of thought, well, if I don't get a business, I'll learn some social media skills that will help me with my hairdressing business. I was a bit like, yeah, and it's something to do in lockdown. So that's why I say I ended up here accidentally on purpose. So I was intentionally looking for good water, but not looking for, say, a business model. But the two were so amazing together that once I was in the community and they were all really, really positive and all the people are just amazing, that I was sold, I was in. So a year later, here I am.
So what got you started on your water journey to begin with? So what made you start looking at distilling your water and things like that?
So what I was sort of saying to you the other night when we were chatting was, I developed breast cysts about 4 years ago. My mum died of cancer when I was 21. She also had breast cancer when I was 11. So it's in my family, and I've always, you know, when you've got someone in your family, you're always a little bit paranoid about these things. And I watched her journey in and out of hospital and things. And obviously for me now, I have this feeling of prevention is better than cure. So I developed a breast cyst 4 years ago and gone to the hospital. They'd drained it, they'd done a scan, they did a mammogram. And luckily it was just a cyst. So I kept getting them. I kept having to go back all the time. And I kept asking the question, you know, is there anything I can do to prevent them? And it's like, oh no, it's just one of those things. Gave me a little tiny pamphlet on it. No advice really as to what I could do. Am I going all the way with this question?
Yeah, go all the way.
You're talking for a long time. so there was no advice really on what I could do. So they started to come back sort of thick and fast. So I was only really getting them once a year until just before lockdown. I'd had one in the December. So again, I'd had another mammogram. I'd had another scan. They drained the cyst and sent me on my way. Again, no advice. And then when I was in lockdown, and again on Instagram, I came across a woman called Kate Shimarani, and she...
Oh, I love Kate Shimarani.
Yeah, amazing. So she's natural nurse in a toxic world.
Yeah.
So she had stage 4 breast cancer. She'd had the cancer removed, but didn't have any treatment other than alkalizing her body. Mm-hmm. And I've always been fascinated with the whole alkalizing your body thing. So she alkalized her body, and she's 4 years down the line now, and the cancer's gone on, you know, hasn't come back. So again, I jumped in her inbox because
just for those watching, Louise is like the queen of networking. There isn't anyone this woman doesn't know.
I'm not scared. It doesn't matter who they are. I'm just like, hi, what you doing?
I love that confidence.
So yeah, she's now in my phone actually, which is really cool. So yeah, jumped in her inbox, and she was a nurse. She then trained to be a dietitian. She does loads of other things as well, but she now coaches people on how they can alkalize their body. So I got on a call with her, and I missed a bit out. Prior to this, she had been distilling her water. She was talking about distilling the water, and she was giving advice on changing the water. So this is how I got on the whole water journey initially. So she gave advice on changing the water, and she also put me on like a detox to detoxify and alkalize my body. And I haven't had another breast cyst since. So that is a really, really cool part. So I'm like a year down the line now. So my last 2 breast cysts were only 6 months apart. So when I say this started to come a lot quicker, so are we 2 years down the line? 2 years down the line that I haven't had one since. I changed my water, changed my diet. I didn't change my diet permanently. I did like an alkalizing detox, and I tried to eat more alkaline, but obviously, you know, life gets in the way. But that's my journey.
That's absolutely insane. I just, like you said, going from such short spaces to then 2 years and not having one at all, it's unbelievable. And from 2 very simple changes, just water and a quick detox.
Yeah, that was it. And what's really interesting, so I had I always knew I was getting one. So I always had like tender breasts and stuff like that. You know, like that kind of feeling when you're going to come on your period. Constantly had that feeling. And I've not had that either since. So there's been loads of little things that have been completely different just by being more alkaline. So obviously this water, when I found out it was alkalized, I was like, that's got to be better than distilling my water. Because distilling it, you know, you're removing, as well as removing the crap, you are removing some of the minerals. So for me, this is so much better because you're getting the minerals and you're getting the 9.5.
Absolutely. And you haven't just changed your water, have you? You've also got the Inespa. So do you feel like that's had anything to do with your journey?
Maybe, potentially, yeah. So the Inespa, the water comes out the Inespa 6.0, which is the best for your skin. It also removes all the crap and chlorine out of the water. So you change the filter on the Inespa like once a year. So I'm due for a change now. But have you ever seen a filter when it comes out with an Inespa? How grim it is.
It is so grim.
So yeah, I can't wait to open mine up and have a look. I'll take a picture and show it you.
Yeah, make sure. Yeah, please do. Please share it in the group, because the first time I saw it, I was just like, that is unbelievable. All of that toxic stuff just coming into our body and our system. And it's just unreal.
Yeah, it's crazy. And your skin is your biggest organ.
Yeah.
So, you know, anything that touches your skin gets automatically absorbed. And obviously with my day job, being a hairdresser, I can't avoid chemicals. I'm constantly in contact with them and I'm very aware of this. So I try to be as chemical free as I possibly can in and around my home. And obviously with the machine, it's so good that you can alter the pH, you know, from 2.5 up to 11.5, that you can use it for like 68 different uses. You know, you could clean your work surfaces with the 2.5. You could use that as a mouthwash, so you, again, not chemical free. God, you could just go on and on with the amount of uses, things you can do with it. But
it's so many, and it replaces so much of the chemicals that have just become normal in our daily lives. Like, how has that even happened? How have having all of these chemicals become so normalized in our daily lives? I find that quite mesmerizing, how as a society it's become the normal to surround ourselves with toxins.
I mean, even toothpaste. So I was when I was talking to Kate, she explained to me that fluoride in the water, and obviously you've got fluoride in your toothpaste, so fluoride in the water before I was changing my water was affecting my thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland and your breast tissue then fight for iodine in your body, and that's what causes the breast cysts. So that was the thing that made me think, I really needed to change it. So I started distilling, and then I changed my toothpaste. So I went fluoride free on my toothpaste as well. So that was sort of my journey of starting to avoid as much as I possibly could of just the crap. And even if you read on toothpaste, you know, it even has a warning if you ingest it. It's
in plain sight. Everything is there in black and white. It's just we choose to ignore these warnings, which is mind-boggling.
It is.
Right, so you're on your journey now. Have you made any other life changes since? So you've changed your water. Did that turn into a ripple effect to improve other areas in your life? Or
I mean, the community actually is more inspirational to change other things in your life, I would say. You know, like the just being in the group, the mindset change that you have just by being a part of, and it's infectious. Everybody's doing it, they're all doing it together. You know, you're all sharing, like, oh, read this book, it'll change your life. And you know, you're watching everyone's lifestyles on Instagram when they're all going to the gym and you know, turning into the best selves. So as well, I would say being in the community's probably had the biggest effect on the most things that I've changed. Like, I've never even read a book before. I joined the community and I've still not finished one. It is on my thing, but I am actually picking a book up now and trying to do like 10 pages a day. So that was
they're hard to form, but once you've got them, like you said, it's a hell of a lot easier when you're surrounded by everyone doing it. It's like, we've all got to level up, let's go.
This is it. And you know, we're all setting challenges all the time, and let's do this, and you know, it's all very positive. So I would say that's been a big change.
So curious, you're a hairdresser. I'm wondering if you use the Inespa at all with your clients, or is that a thing, or is that something on the horizon?
I have followed a couple of threads I've seen online about people talking about this, and I think it's something I need to discuss with my colour company that I use, as to whether the pH would affect the pH. I can't imagine it would, but no, I haven't. But what I do notice is I've got 2 showers in my house, and one has got the Inespa and one hasn't. And when I wash my hair in the Inespa, I hardly even need conditioner. My hair just feels amazing. And I go in my other shower sometimes and I'm just like, oh, it's all just stuck together and feels awful. So I think it would be a nice thing to have in salon. But I haven't used it there yet.
Okay, so maybe that's something that we'll keep a lookout for in the future.
I know.
If you were meeting someone and they weren't too sure about this machine or obviously it is quite a hefty investment if you think of it money wise. Well, you say it's a hefty investment. When you think of it and you really break it down, you actually save money over the lifetime of the machine. But what would you say to someone who is a bit dubious about parting with that kind of money for this machine right now?
Do you know what? It's a really, really tricky question, that, because until people have tried it, they don't get it. They don't understand how amazing you feel with just, you know, dehydration affects every part of your body, you know, every function, your brain fog. You're just so much better when you are hydrated. And I think until you've tried it, you don't appreciate it. It's just like, oh yeah, it's just a water machine.
It's just so
loads of people see it. So, you know, getting people on the water is definitely something that I try and do, even if I had a friend actually, and he was dropping a bottle at my door like the milkman. It's like reverse milkman, actually. He was dropping an empty bottle, I was filling it up, and he was picking it up, and he's like obsessed with it now, so he's getting a machine. So yeah, you've just got to try it, really. It's amazing. I don't know how. I don't want to ever be without it. In fact, I have never gone anywhere without having water on me. So if I've gone away somewhere for the weekend, I've taken a ridiculous amount of water with me because I just can't be with it.
Well, this is the beautiful thing though, but because they're medical devices, we don't have to stress about if we go abroad. We're able to take it abroad because of the medical certificate.
That's it. So yeah.
It makes it, at least that happens, so you're able to travel with it.
Yeah, I have taken the machine. I mean, sometimes when you go in for 2 days, it's like, do I unplumb it and take it with me, or do I just fill up a load of bottles? But yeah, I can't be without it. I absolutely love it.
We're decorating the kitchen at the moment, and I've come down this morning and the machine wasn't at the sink. I was like, had a heart attack. I was like, where's the machine gone? It was in a bag. It's all good. It's back up now.
Oh, good.
But yeah, it is. It's unbelievable how much of a lifestyle impact it makes.
Yeah. How long have you had yours now?
So I've had mine coming up to 2 years now.
Yeah.
I got mine in April 2020.
And have you noticed any other health changes? Because, for example, in my household, so Dave had really bad indigestion, and he doesn't get that anymore. So he was on medication from the doctor for that, which he now doesn't take. And also he has some psoriasis on his skin, which is loads better. So his brother had some psoriasis as well, and his is quite bad. And we did like a taking the Ukon, you know, the turmeric, it's anti-inflammatory, and bathing it and spraying it with the different sprays, and it was definitely better. And he said he really noticed it in his joints, because I've got a loan machine, so we had my loan machine for a while, and the next day he was like, I feel like a new person. And I know you can't make medical claims or anything like that, but it's just people's individual experiences of how it's changed. Because when your body's running in an acidic environment, that's when everything thrives, like disease, inflammation. And when your body's running in an alkaline environment, that's when it doesn't grow as easily. So that's why, you know, alkalizing your body when you've had a cancer or something is the best possible thing to do. So anything that you've got that is caused by acidity, which is most things, if you are alkalizing your body, you just feel 10 times better.
And this is like, I feel as well that this is the whole movement of moving back. It's like we were talking about the whole having toxins in your home. It's moving the toxins now out of our diet and our lifestyles, and it's keeping ourselves, like when you're eating raw foods, natural foods, obviously, like I'm partial to a bit of chocolate. I love my sweets. However, they've cut down massively since I've started drinking it, because you are alkalizing, and once you've got to that state, you realize how good it feels, and actually that sugar rush isn't really worth it.
Yeah, I mean, anything from nature is alkaline, so that's the easiest way of thinking. Like, if what am I going to do? Anything that's man-made is acidic. So it's just that simple. You know, you don't have to complicate it. Yeah, so anything man-made is not good. Anything with a barcode on.
Yeah, no, none of this scanning stuff. Right, so I'm curious as to what your future is. Have you got any exciting plans regarding the water, or is it just a case now of just continuing to enjoy?
Yeah, I want to get it out there as much as possible. I have a low machine, so I'm trying to get my low machine into some really quite nice sort of health clubs and things like that around near me. So I'm currently emailing quite a few people to see if they want to try it, and then hopefully they'll all become obsessed, and so will the clients.
Well, this is it. When I very first started, I actually watched a video and they discussed how these Enagic machines will be like the next flat screen TV. That not everyone wants one, not everyone wants one now. However, in the future, everyone will have one.
Yeah.
And it made perfect sense when I heard that and I saw all the diagrams. It made perfect sense to me. And now I'm seeing them in gyms. Like all of these celebrities have started getting them, and you're seeing them on TV shows now. Like Cribs, it was like a program similar to Cribs come on, and they had one in the kitchen. I was like, oh, so they're really catching on now. I'm pretty sure, I do think these devices, they are going to be in every household.
They'll be the next microwave, only good for you because they're just not. And everyone's got a microwave. They're really bad for you.
This is it. We're seeing this flip now, aren't we? And like, we're claiming sovereignty. We're taking back the authority over our health, over our bodies, in every sense of the word during this moment in time, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 years has changed everybody's opinions on a lot of things, mine included, and I think people are more aware of prevention is better than cure, and finding more natural ways of, helping themselves now. And it's the right way to do it, really, when you think about it, because waiting lists for hospitals are ridiculous now and things like that. So if you can prevent being ill rather than not worrying about it and thinking I'll deal with it later, if you can prevent that, that's the health is wealth. That's the wrong way around.
Amazing. If anyone has any questions, is there anything that you want to touch upon? I feel like we've covered quite a bit here.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just kind of jumped on. I thought I'll answer what you asked me. I've not come prepared, really, if I'm honest.
Winging life is the best way, I find.
Yeah, definitely. You overthink it if you plan too much.
No, exactly. It becomes too rigid. We're all about the flow.
That's it.
So if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm not too sure if there's anyone watching us live right now, but yeah, if there's any questions, let us know, and me and Louise will circle back. But thank you so much for jumping on. It's been great hearing your story and just hearing about how your personal journey and how you've taken back control of your body and your health. It's great to hear. Yeah,
so all good.
All good in the hood.
Thanks for asking me.
All right, so thank you for joining us, and thank you for everyone in Ripples. I hope you have a good evening.
Thanks, Toni.
Bye.